Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Destiny. I am Death from Above. Got a video for you today about improving the grind of Destiny, or improving the end game of Destiny. I was watching or listening to the Crucible Radio podcast. If you don't listen to that, go check them out. They're really good. And they had some ideas they were kicking around. It was like a week and a half ago or some, the podcast I was listening to. I'm trying to catch up, but they were kicking around some ideas about how to improve the leveling system, improving the end game. And they kind of gave me some ideas. Like, I was listening, I was like, that sounds cool. Then I started thinking about it. I was like, let's do this. What if they did that? And that'd be awesome. So we're going to go over a couple of things, talk about them. One of them is improving infusion, bringing back old stuff, and maybe a token system. So we'll talk about those three topics. I'll give you my opinions, my ideas, and we'll see where we go from there. So let's start with infusion. First of all, let me vent or rant a little bit about infusion. And it seems to be the MO for Bungie. I don't understand why you can't infuse something all the way up. Like, why does it have to go only to 80%? Why can't I just infuse my one thing all the way to the light of the other thing? I've got the other thing. Can't I just take the one thing I've got all the way to the other thing? So that's a little frustrating. I don't know why they do that. That's Bungie in a nutshell. Hey, we're gonna give you this really cool thing, but it's only gonna get real close to where you want it to be, but not quite there. It's like that's Destiny in a nutshell. It's like it's the best thing out there, but it's not. It's almost as good as it could be, but it's not quite. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. My thoughts on infusion. Infusion is great. It's the best system we've had, but let's make it better. And so I had an idea. It's actually three ideas about infusion. Instead of just having boring old infusion, you have to take a higher light level something and infuse it into your lower light level something. Let's make a couple different types of infusion. Why don't we have the regular infusion, which we have now? You take something high level, you infuse it in there, and it goes up. Another way, I'm going to call that the way that we have now. I'm going to call that fueled infusion. Then the second idea, unfueled infusion. So for fueled infusion, the current infusion system, you have to use marks and some materials and some glimmer and all that stuff and the item to raise your light level to whatever that item or close to it. Well, what if we could just use some materials and some marks to raise our gear one light level? Like, we don't need the higher light level gear, we just need some materials and some marks. So say you could use 3 marks and just some armor materials and raise it one light level without the need for the infusion fuel. I don't know. I like that idea. I really think it's a good idea. And I like it because I could do it a lot more easily than I could do the current one. Or even make it where you have to use 10 marks and 10 armor materials to raise it one light level. That would make the decision process a lot harder, but it would make getting to max light attainable to every single person that plays the game. That's my problem, is right now max light is very unattainable for most people. And it should be something that's attainable either by triumphing over high-level content or playing a lot. So if you want to get your gear unfueled to max light, you'll have to play a whole lot to get those materials and those marks. But it would be attainable. It'd be something I could work towards. I like that idea. The third portion, or the third prong to my infusion idea, is let your items keep getting experience. So right now, when you level up guns and armor and your gear, you get experience, and they fill up the bubbles, fill up the talent trees, and you unlock the talents, the specific things that make your armor really cool, or your weapons really cool. Well, what if once you unlocked all those bubbles, there was another bubble that constantly filled up like your experience bar on your player? So, you know, every time you get a level, quote unquote, you get some motes of light right now on your character. So what if that happened for all your armor pieces too? Every time you got a level on your armor, it went up one light. So you could be infusing something. You could infuse a piece of armor into another piece of armor. It'll go up 5 light or whatever it goes up. And you have a little experience bar on the side of it too, because you've maxed that gear out. So now you're getting experience on it to raise its light level. That bar will never change from infusing, whether fueled or unfueled, but you're still getting experience. So maybe you... And I don't know that motes of light should affect this, but that's neither here nor there. We're not going to get into that. But I think that's a really cool idea, and I like it. I was thinking about this at work when I was sitting at my desk doing work, because I have that option or that ability to sit there and kind of daydream sometimes. But I like the idea of having more control. Give the players the control over hitting max light rather than waiting for RNG to stop shanking you sometimes. Which RNG has actually been very generous to me. So I'm not complaining too bad about RNG, but I'm actually, everybody gets frustrated with it. So you want to have RNG on one side, but you want to have the player control on the other side. So you want to feel like you have both. So you have that option to get something amazing, but you also have the ability to do it yourself. And it may take a lot of time, but that's my three-pronged infusion approach. So I don't know. So the two others ideas are kind of smaller ideas that kind of attach to that infusion idea. The first is why can't we infuse old raid gear or old armor? I understand the weapons. I understand the weapons are problematic. Some of the perks were too good. We wouldn't use anything else. But the old armor, there's no detriment to allowing us to bring along the old armor, infuse it up, and use it as armor pieces. Because, I mean, the Vault of Glass has Vault of Glass perks. The Crota armor has Crota perks. The same for the Prison of Elders armor. If you're keeping some old pieces of Year 1 armor just from vendors, I mean, it doesn't have anything different than the current armor. I mean, the current armor, if anything, has more perks, so you'd want that better. But I would really like to see the ability to bring along the old gear, not the weapons. We have to stick with Year 2 weapons because I understand the problems there. But the armor, I don't see any problem with infusing up the old armor. Now, exotics are a different story, but I'm talking about legendary armor. And what about this? What if there was a kiosk for armor? Not a vault, but a kiosk. So once you unlock a piece of raid armor, it goes in that kiosk, kind of like the exotics. Why not? I mean, why not? I like the idea. I like it. It's a good idea, I think. So maybe a raid armor kiosk. You could have Vault of Glass. You could have Crota's End. You could have Prison of Elders. You could have Oryx, King's Fall. All those different armors in there. You could even throw Trials of Osiris armor in there if you want to. I don't know. Why not? So that's what I was thinking about that. It's a really cool, fun idea. And then finally, a token system. Or a mark. I guess it would be the marks system. But it's comparable to a token system where completing activities, completing raids, completing PvE and PvP content to certain levels would give you tokens or give you, some sort of special marks that you could use at any vendor or any kiosk. Say you went through the raid and you really want that pulse rifle. You're like, I gotta have the raid pulse rifle. But you get to the end, RNG does not give you the drop, but you get a token. So you can take that token to a kiosk or to something somewhere and say, hey, there's that raid pulse rifle that I didn't get, but I really, really want it. Maybe it's only at 300 light. Refer back to my infusion ideas. But you could buy it with, say, 5 tokens or 10 tokens. You could buy that raid gear. So it's going to take a lot of tokens, but it's not going to be something that's out of your grasp. So you're not just constantly beating your head against the wall of RNG saying, I want this one thing. It's not giving it to me. It's not giving it to me. So that's my final idea for improving the grind of Destiny. So I want to know what you guys think. What do you think of the ideas I've posed? What ideas do you have? That's always the best way to come up with good ideas, is to send it out to a group of people, say, what do you think about my ideas, and give me your ideas. You're always going to refine it better and get better ideas in the process, even if yours are the ones you like, or you might find something that someone said that's like, that's crazy, that sounds awesome. So leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Anyway, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I am Death from Above. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button. It's so ticklish and it likes it. But no, seriously, if you like the video, hit the like. If you want to subscribe and see some more videos, it really helps me out. But I'm going to get out of here. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you later. See you, bye.